Berry Springs, can call it Berry Springs, Bitter Springs, absolutely amazing. We went there, I think, nearly every day except for yesterday. Just relaxing, floating down that water. Oh my god, so good, especially when you're in 37, 38 degrees every day.
And
that
the rest was
yesterday, I swear, no, not yesterday, day before. It didn't say that on the weather app, but I'm sure maybe the weather app was broken. We had this car parked in the shade with the windshield shade thingy on, and the car said it was 42 degrees, and it felt a lot hotter than it'd been.
That was after running the air conditioner for like 20 minutes on the drive.
Yeah, exactly.
42 outside.
Crazy.
It was hot.
So anyway, we are now on our way to Darwin. We're skipping Catherine because we're going to do that on the way back down. So yeah, we booked some accommodation for a few days last night because we never know how long we're staying. We hadn't booked anything, and the place that we actually had in mind that we wanted to stay, we're booked out. So I actually thought by mid-September that Darwin wouldn't be as busy, but yeah, it was booked out. So anyway, the place that we've got booked is Coolangatta Caravan Park, I think it's called. Looks nice on the on Wikicamp, so we'll see.
About 30 minutes out of the CBD, which is good.
Well, you get too close to the CBD, and those caravan parks are like $60-70 a night, and I'm not paying that much for a caravan site unless it was absolutely amazing, best thing ever. Yeah, with an ensuite and everything else, but yeah, no. So this one's $40 a night, which is practically nearly half price of everywhere else around the CBD of Darwin, but that's fine. We can travel to see the sights. Have no idea how long we're going to stay because it will determine on how well we cope with the weather getting more humid and hotter. So
it's definitely into the wet season build up now.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how we cope. Where we're staying's got a swimming pool, so that's definitely wouldn't stay anywhere without a pool up here. Free camping, because we don't have the inverter and the ability to run that air conditioner off grid, just not happening up here, so we're going to have to look it up.
The generator, but we're not going to run the generator.
No, that's right, yeah. I mean, we literally were, except for last night was the first night that we actually didn't have to run the air conditioner at night because it'd been that hot, but yeah, the coldest night we'd had so far.
I think it was the first night in 7 nights that we actually turned the air conditioner off.
Yeah, exactly.
It was running day and night.
Yeah, it was ridiculous heat. We're just not used to it. But yeah, so I am so looking forward to Darwin. I had 2 main bucket lists for our trip. One of them we just did, Bitter Springs, and that's still my favourite anything that we've done so far on the trip.
With Bitter Springs, if you really want something more natural, go to Bitter Springs. The Mataranka Hot Springs, it's
the thermal pool.
Well, they've basically made it more like a commercial pool. They've lined the walls. They've brought sand in, put on the bottom. It's not natural. It's still beautiful.
Yeah.
The water's still crystal clear and all that, but with Bitter Springs, at least you can float down the river and it's still in its natural form. The only thing that's there is they've put steps in to get in and out, because the banks literally just drop straight down.
Yeah, they're so
and
deep.
There's only
it's
probably
just
two spots that I could touch the ground, and that was only for about 2 or 3 feet, and the rest of it was still, I'd say 8 to 10 feet deep, mostly all the way through.
Absolutely amazing. Just hands down the best experience we've had so far. So, but the second bucket list was Darwin for me.
Yeah.
And Chris hasn't been to Darwin before. I have, but I was in grade 6 at the time, so a long time ago. So yeah, looking forward to Darwin.
We might do a couple of big day trips out to Kakadu from Darwin, because it's getting towards the end of the season. Some of the places are starting to close down.
Yeah, I've heard by the 1st of October they start shutting down some of the tours, so we may or may not get into some. We'll just see. But there's heaps to see around Darwin anyway. There's a lot of the World War II history to look at.
Cyclone Tracy, the history.
Cyclone Tracy, yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping that we can last a few weeks in Darwin, just because there's so much to see and do, and just want to stay put a little bit longer somewhere for a while.
And we'll have some internet. Yay!
yeah, the internet hasn't been flash where we've been, that's for sure. And I mean, the last episode I put up wasn't very long, only because the internet was struggling to do anything. So yeah, anyway, if there's anything that we see on the way to Darwin, we've got 250 k's to go, so yeah, I'll let you know if we see anything interesting on the way. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see you when we get there. Anything else you wanted to say?
That's it.
That's it? Alright.
See you on the flip side.
See you then. Alright, so we've just arrived at our caravan park, at Coolangatta Caravan Park. And for a while out of town, we're going, geez, there's a big fire there. That looks pretty close to where we're staying. Have a look at this. So I just spoke to the caravan park owner. He said the fire brigade is currently there at the moment trying to get that fire under control. So yeah, it's fairly significant fire, I can tell you. So let's hope they get that under control pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're pretty lucky the wind's going the opposite direction.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I think we'll stay hooked up for now.
Yeah, I think so. So looking at that, we're actually going to stay hooked up for the moment, just to be safe, because that's right here. It's a bit of a worry. I mean, yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So we've just pulled into the caravan park spot and just come for a look at the fire. Here's a close look. The thing's going bang and that, but yeah, let's keep an eye. At least we've got a road between us and the caravan park. Anyway, I'll go back and help Chris. Hi guys, we're
Hello.
in Darwin and we've come to the Darwin Art and Museum of Northern Territory. So we're coming for a look, show you around, and it is stinking hot out here, so let's get into the air conditioner.
I agree to that.
Yeah. All right, we'll show you around in there. Here's Cyclone Tracy. It's actually why my name was spelt this way, because of Cyclone Tracy. Cyclone Tracy, 1974. Yeah, see, I was born in 76, so that's why they spelt my name that way.
Of sheets of corrugated iron being scraped across the ground at 200 miles an hour and thumped into rather flimsily built fiberboard building. And this is where the damage was caused. I was instantly reminded, and other people have been too, of the similarity to the first shots of atom bomb attacks on the two cities in Japan. Later in the day, we checked out the worst area, the devastated northern suburbs.
What we're hearing is a recording of the actual cyclone recorded by a priest during the cyclone. It's like Wizard of Oz, the house come picked up and landed.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, big beam just bent. Warship? Wow. So we've come to the RFDS Information Centre. Show you a few clips. They've got the clips about the bombing of Darwin, and also there's another one here that shows the history of the Royal Flying Doctor Service. They've actually got one of their planes here. So you can actually go inside and check it out. There's holograms and things everywhere, and these virtual reality movies are absolutely awesome. You think there was one of the bombing of Darwin and you actually felt like you were in it. It was bloody brilliant. So it's $28 a head to come in. But yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? You can go in and see. So let's go inside and see what it's like being in a Royal Flying Doctor Service plane. Oh yeah, watch me. Yeah. Mind your head. Yeah, certainly not much room to move around for the nurses and doctors. Get down.
You can go out. Should we come out? Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to walk through, I'll hit my head. So we'll have to look at the other virtual reality one over there. But magnificent. Yeah, highly recommend to have a bit of a look through here. It's yeah, part of Darwin's history, Australia's history, and yeah, highly recommend.
We were stationed in the Philippines when I received a dispatch from the Admiral in Manila at 0300 on December 8th, 1941, stating, quote, "Man has commenced hostilities. Govern yourself accordingly." I immediately gave orders to darken the ship and implement the codes and ciphers which were to apply upon the commencement of hostilities. I doubled the lookouts and belted up more ammunition for our anti-aircraft battery. I also took down the Willie B's white awnings, which had been lifesavers in the tropical heat, and moved her further away from the seaplane so that any bomb directed at the ship would not damage one of the Catalinas. I received orders to head to Darwin, Australia, and arrived at the beginning of January 1942. For a small frontier town in northern Australia, Darwin had rather good port facilities. The people were very friendly and warmly welcomed the United States Allied forces. We continued our reconnaissance missions from Darwin, scouting the Dutch East Indies, which is now known as Indonesia. On one occasion, we were patrolling an area around Sulawesi and entered the inner harbor of Kendari through a narrow and winding channel. This inner harbor was ideal for our seaplane operations, but not for the Willie B itself, as there was little room to maneuver should the ship come under attack. To protect the place, Lieutenant Wood was able to get the Willie B quickly underway within minutes, and commenced zigzagging through the crowded harbor, heading for open sea. The crew were aggressively defending the ship, with anti-aircraft fire forcing some of the Japanese pilots to keep their distance, but others pressed through. About 4 bombs exploded just off the Willie B's bow, the concussion breaking bridge windows. 4 Japanese planes commenced dives toward her, but pulled out due to the Willie B's intense machine gun action. Bombs rained indiscriminately on the port area. The destroyer USS Peary, slower in getting underway, was enveloped in bomb splashes as Japanese accuracy marked the ship for destruction. Heavily hit, the Peary rapidly became a burning inferno as bomb after bomb tore the ship apart. It wasn't long before she sank by the stern, her guns firing to the end. Then, the Willie B received a direct hit just forward of the after deckhouse, right in an ammunition rack. I lost 14 of my men with that single bomb, and others were wounded. The Willie B lost forward steering control and her rudder was jammed. Lieutenant Wood conned and steered the ship using her engines as rudders as he made for an opening in the submarine defense boom at the mouth of Darwin's harbor. As he struggled to regain control of direction, he narrowly missed the bow of the Australian hospital ship, Manunda, which was on fire, having been hit by an attacking bomber. All this time, the Willie B's machine guns maintained fire on every Japanese plane within range. Several turned their attention to the Catalinas, plowing a path of bullets across the water directly at them. 2 of our Catalinas caught fire, with dense columns of black smoke stringing upwards. The air crew were in the water trying to avoid the bullets that were being fired at them when suddenly a U.S. Kitty Hawk appeared, and despite the state of his badly damaged aircraft, the pilot headed for the Catalinas to protect the men and took aim at the Japanese Zeros. He diverted their fire toward him, but eventually had to bail out of his disabled plane. The Zeros continued to fire at him as he parachuted toward the mangroves. Desperate to get back to my ship and crew, I made my way to the wharf. Securing a small boat, I set course for the Willie B, which was still struggling to regain steering.
A naval ship there, so we're on the Stokes Hill Wharf. This is where the RFDS museum is. And they've got this Ferris wheel. That beautiful water that you're not allowed to go in. So later tonight we're coming back just down the road to a restaurant that's a buffet, all you can eat for $41.50 a head. We're going out with friends that we've made since we've been here in Darwin with Louise and Paul, so that should be nice. And yeah, so because we're spending at least 3 weeks here, we're just sort of spacing out the things we do while we're here. Otherwise we're spending every day in the pool, like 4 hours every day. Hey. 5 hours, yeah. Somebody forgot his microphone, it's in the car, so I have to translate. Anyway, so we're going to go back to the caravan park, have some lunch. Just a small bit of lunch since it's all you can eat tonight. So, and yeah, well, I'm not sure which museum we're going to do next time. But yeah, we'll show you. Museum. War Museum? Oh, we might see us at the War Museum next time. See you then. We are going on a full-day fishing charter today.
Underneath his belly. Underneath his belly.
I don't know what it is.